We are on day 8. Wow. So today this morning I was just sitting, thinking, processes, engaging with Holy Spirit, and I was just looking at some things, and I was looking at these two of the books that I'm basically reading now and studying and all of that. So during this whole pandemic, I started going back, and I got furloughed. I was laid off, right? So I was just going through different books. I had repeated The Walk of the Spirit, Walk of the Flesh with Robert Henderson. So I was doing that, and I started on the book Fervent by Priscilla Shirer, and then I was doing Power of a Praying Wife. And so I started with those 3 and just been going to different books. I complete one and pick up another. So currently I am doing, I'm reading these 2 books. I'm reading Prayers That Rout Demons and The Power of a Praying Parent. So I was just going and just looking at both of these books, and the words that just kept sticking out to me was pray. Like, pray. In both of the books, it was pray. And so I was like, okay, Lord, Holy Spirit, help me. What are we doing here? What are you getting at here? And so I just started thinking about praying more than responding. Okay? So in this process, I was like, okay, pray more than respond. Because we always think about a reaction. We always have a reaction to things that go on in our lives. Whether we overreact, or whether we don't react, or whatever it is, there's some type of something that happens mentally, physically, emotionally. There is a response, right? So I started just looking it up, and I looked up the word prayer. And what it says is a solemn request for help or expression of thanks addressed to God or an object of worship. And then the other thing said an earnest hope or wish. So I was looking at that, and I was saying, okay, praying more than responding. So when situations get heightened and things start to happen, we get behind on our bills. I started looking at myself because, like I said, I'm working on me, right? So I'm looking at things, bills getting behind. Just, I have family members with health conditions. I'm still dealing with, my marriage situation. I'm a married woman living a single woman's life, and it's just like, it's all type of things that I'm dealing with and I'm praying about. But I have to be mindful of my response to those things. When the situations come up, how am I responding to it? I'm praying about it, but what are my actions? Even while praying, what are my actions? So I was writing down some things, and I wrote down, I said, we find ourselves having to constantly go back and correct some things because we have responded incorrectly. And I was thinking about how we react before we think at times. And I was just going back thinking about that, and thinking about some of the scriptures that says a soft answer turns away wrath, those type of things. And you're sitting there, and when you're going through things, all kinds of stuff comes to your mind, all kinds of things that you remember or you had talked about before or went through before. It just all starts to just come back to your memory at that time, because a lot of times when we're processing things and we're upset about things, most of the times we're sitting still somewhere and we're just like, you know what, I'm so just over it all. And then you just get these thoughts like, yeah, this happened this way, this happened that way, and you're steadily taking on more, to the one thing that happened. And so I was sitting there and I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about my responses to those things, how I have responded over the years, how I'm responding even now to certain situations. I had I've been with USAA My car insurance. I've been with them forever. Okay. Never had any issues, never had any problems. You know, I get laid off, I get behind a little, and 1 month behind, right? Okay. And it's like, you know, just on the 17th, I called, made a payment, and, you know, I'm thinking everything's done, you know, good. And I'm like, okay, I got another paycheck coming on the 31st. So I have, you know, time. Honey, they canceled me completely on the 26th. No, like no written thing to say this is this or this is that. No calls, nothing. And I didn't, you know, I had no idea, and I called. And it was Holy Spirit. It was nothing but nobody but the Lord that had me to even just call and just talk to him. And to find out that I had been riding around with no insurance and did not know it. You know, so I was just like, and I called them, and, you know, they were like, you know, you have to pay this much, and, you know, for us to reinstate you. And I was just like, Lord, just help me. And I was so mad. I was heated. Okay, heated. And I was just sitting there like, okay, Lord, just help me to just process this and get through this, because this is a company that I have, you know, we have history together. I've been with this company for over 7 years, you know. And so today I went this morning, I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make the payment. And they still tell me that it will not be active until midnight tonight.